Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning into another episode of the best dental marketing show. I'm your host, Brad Newman, the founder and chief buzz officer at Dentainment. And truth be told, we love marketing so much. Exciting news and changes in the dental marketing landscape, overall marketing landscape. Wow, it is just bonkers what's going on in terms of Google, organic search being down 20 to 40% organic year over year. The changes in AI with ChatGPT and their new models and Grok and all the advancements in AI. And so we got some great episodes coming out. But I wanted to talk about the importance of your first header image on your dental website. Now we've talked a bit about this on podcast before, but I wanted to do a standalone episode on this right now because it is so important. And a lot of the time, we'll take over an existing website sometimes for a new client. Sometimes we'll do a whole new build, which is great. But sometimes an office has an existing WordPress website, for instance, that looks pretty good. It's decent, but maybe it hasn't been updated for a while. It's been stale. Maybe there's outdated plugins in the back end, or it just hasn't been maintained properly. So we'll take that over if it's usable, great. And then we'll start updating, optimizing. And the first thing we'll do is tackle the header section on the homepage, because that's really the most important real estate of your dental website, that above the fold area on your website, mobile or desktop. And so what we see really out of the gates is that first image, that first impression that website visitors see, it's the ultimate game changer. That first image. And usually it's an image. Once in a while, if we're fortunate enough to have some great video content, we can lead with a really nice video, a header video, maybe an 8 to 10 second video that automatically plays. These have no audio, just plays, and that's a nice way to create a techie vibe. And then those usually transition into, rotating header images. But your first image, that first impression you want to give people of your practice is so important. And so sometimes you just don't want to assume that people are going to scroll down on your homepage and learn more about your amazing, beautiful practice that you've had for 30 years and you're doing, makeovers and all on fours and Invisalign, right? Sometimes they might bounce after they just see the header image. And so on your header image, if you have some lame stock image or some dated stock image where maybe the teeth aren't great, or maybe it's you, the dentist, not even smiling, or maybe it's the roof of your practice that doesn't even look great, or whatever it is, you want to be so obsessed with that first header image on your website and make sure it is the best, most amazing impression you could absolutely give anyone visiting your website. It's so important because while we all hope they learn more and scroll down and start looking at your smile gallery and reading about your team and eventually maybe book a consultation or actually schedule an appointment, the reality is on some websites, people bounce out right away. And that's not good. And usually it's because of the first impression, those first 2 to 3 seconds. What's the vibe? What's that user experience like? So sit down, and if your first header image is not really performing well for you, you might be sitting on a piece of content right now. It actually could be somewhere else on your website. It could be on a hard drive somewhere. It could be on a Google search. It could be on your Facebook profile. Odds are you probably have a picture already that is high resolution, that would work really well. And I was just doing a consultation with a website earlier this week, and they actually had this amazing picture. I think it was on one of their services pages of a doctor looking at a patient, and absolutely, it was already in the media library on the website, just buried on one of the services pages. And on the homepage header, there was this lame stock image that was not converting at all. So literally just by changing out that homepage header section, they're going to totally change their conversion rate optimization, right? I don't know exactly what the percentage was or is going to be, but clearly going to increase that. And so you all probably have that image already that you could use, and so find it. And if you don't have it, there's two other options. A, hire someone to come out and do a really good photography session ASAP. And by the way, I'm talking just homepage header section right now. You could do this all throughout your website, on the our doctor's page, on your cosmetic dentistry page, and your sedation, all throughout your website. But clearly your homepage header is the most important. Now you could do have a photographer come out and get some great options, or you can use premium stock imagery. There's obviously some great stock image choices out there. If that is the case, make sure you choose one that is really, really strong and has a current modern vibe. You want to choose one where the eye lines are not looking towards the camera, not looking towards website visitors, but in turn looking towards your call to action, looking towards your desired call, CTO. So for instance, if you have, a stock image picture where there's a couple looking at each other smiling with, beautiful teeth, maybe between the eye lines of the couple, you have, book appointment or something like that, for instance, right? So if you do have stock imagery, that's great, that's fine. Just make sure you are taking your time to choose wisely. And if you're not doing this on your own, just ask your website company to give you a bunch of options to choose from. Don't just be, if you're not happy with the one they choose, just ask for other options, because that image at the top of your homepage is literally making or breaking conversion on every dollar you're spending on marketing, and it's really important. Great. So I wanted to have a standalone episode on this because it's really important. And that's it. So thanks again for tuning into this episode of the Best Dental Marketing Podcast. Anyone listening, if you're heading to AACD in San Diego coming up, let's get together. We'll be there, and so looking forward to seeing everyone at such an amazing conference. All right. Thanks so much, and keep up the truly inspiring work.